The problem with loot in this game is I picked up some gear reasonably early on that is still just so much better than everything else that I have. Alright, I gotta give you more stuff because I'm still... Ugh. That was...
Just kidding.
That shaky was not nice. Alright. Give you more resources. Okay. She can still hold a lot more.
Damn. I was starting to enjoy the conversation.
Okay, another door to open. Still not quite what we're going for. Oh, circuit board. Computer doesn't have any info. Okay, not a lot going on in here. Hopefully we're getting towards the bottom. Quest markers here, unless it jumps further away. Okay, things do continue though. We've got a switch to open this and a door there, but first let's read. NASA Research Computer. Security procedures. Check all badges before allowing access. Yes, even the generals. I don't care how angry they get. These are direct orders from the secretary. Absolutely no phones or recording devices. All written materials, clipboards, notebooks are to be checked on exit from the labs. Confiscate anything with confidential information in it. Access station logs. Error. Archives damaged. Running system recovery. Partial archives retrieved. April 14th, 2138.
Gravitational field around it began to fold as we long suspected. Complete reversal of gravitational pull was observed on dozens of loose objects around the lab. I'm setting up a meeting with the directors to propose a larger test. The prototype proves we don't need the original anymore, but further work is going to have to take place in space, somewhere with abundant helium-3 and with a civilian partner. Someone with access to large-scale manufacturing resources and computational equipment. Engineering gravitational folds, pulling the far side of the solar system closer to us. It's all going to be possible.
So, they don't need the original. Where did it say? Yeah, we don't need the original anymore. So presumably they saw or had access to a starborn ship, and then we're trying to duplicate its grav drive, but they no longer had access to the original. But we're successful at manufacturing a similar condition.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the grav drive tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for manufacturing androids of drives. Expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying. It could take years, decades, before we know what all these side effects of operating a grav drive can be. But no one wants to hear that right now. Like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Side effects. I would assume if there are side effects, people would know about them by now. Grav drives apparently have been in use for hundreds of years. So yeah, it's not the smartest to have just jumped in and started using grav drives.
Access the deeper sections of this storage area. I'm certain we'll find it.
Yes. Just diving into using grav drives without studying the dangers, but since Earth was dying, I can understand their decision to just jump in first and deal with the consequences later. but I don't think grav drives would still be having issues because, again, it's been hundreds of years. Whoa. That is suddenly 0G when we cross that boundary, which is awkward. Okay, this looks like an elevator shaft. Also 0G. Huh. And Sarah... Oh. Sarah's gravity is based on mine, not where she is. So when I'm here in 0G, she's in 0G. But when I cross this threshold into normal gravity, she just plummeted even though she was in the 0G area. Which is a bit silly and not how that would work. Alright, you are expert locked. You are open. More 0G. So, we are on Earth, obviously. But they've got this big 0G section lower down, which is cool. All right, you're only for the center, or the very inside. You're in the middle ring. You're only for the outside. Okay, so if we used that and this. Was it you? Yeah. Okay. And one of you is for this ring. You and you. And then this could be there, and those two singles will do it. There.
You know your way around the lock.
More crafting materials. An advanced safe. And a door that we can cut our way through, maybe. Yeah. I think I've been ignoring those in other places, but I remember one of the missions we dealt with. Cutting our way through those. Whoa. Okay, that goes back to the 0G area. Hang on. Did I just let the 0G out? Okay. So these two aren't used anywhere. These can be used on either. Okay. Okay. That could go there, but then I don't have something to handle those two. I instead use this. Then I would need this one. And these don't work? No. So it's got to be handled by just these two, which is sketchy. But I think that'll work. All right. Really valuable pistol. Let's check out this pistol. We go to our weapons. Compare to equipped. Does more damage, has a higher firing rate, much tinier magazine. Have a lot less of the rounds. Yeah, there's good things about this, but the limited ammo would be rough. Probably better just to sell it for the 19,000 credits. Okay. Well, this is fun. Oh. Now I'm back into having gravity. Yeah. That sudden cutoff in gravity is strange. So that's where I need to go, probably through there. So let's explore other locations first. Oh, this will also work to get down that direction. I guess all of these are mostly taking me to the same general location. Grab that. Yeah, there's the elevator shaft. Which this takes me down even further. Hard to move in 0G.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
That's a fair question. I'm assuming what I just picked up is junk. Yeah. Never mind. Let's drop both of those. Okay. Okay. So this is that same elevator shaft, presumably. Open the door. But I would get why, if you're investigating gravity, like gravity drives, you would have an area. If you can control gravity, having an area where gravity is turned off would be useful. Alright, this has a bunch of stuff in it that hopefully doesn't have its own locks. Alright, this is going to take one of these and the single one there. Seriously? So this would take that and the other single. Cutting down on my options. So if we did that, then I'd need a piece for there, which we don't have. If I used you, then you would probably work. Yes. Please don't have locks on all of these. Good. Go back down. Alright. That all looks good. So I know I'm supposed to be up there, so I'm exploring down here first because it's not where I'm supposed to be. Although it wouldn't surprise me if I'm supposed to go down here afterwards. Like, if this is the anti-gravity device. Research lab. Yeah, it's cool, but I didn't see anything of use down here yet. Or maybe that's our anti-grav device. Oh, that's an artifact. Yeah, okay. So we had an artifact tucked away here on Earth. That they're clearly studying. So I need to get to that computer, which it doesn't seem like you can get to from in here. So let's head back out. Through here. Did I ever go in here? Advanced lock. Probably not. Okay, I could use that there. You are... We got a bunch of these that only work on the outer ring. So what about... something like you? Do you cover the ones this one misses? I think you do. Okay, you can't work. It's down to just these two. Hopefully that works for me. And it does not. That's awkward. Because this covers those, but then I need one that's at a much wider angle than this is. So that's a fail. Let's try again and hope we get better options. Where do you work? Okay, you'll fit there, and I need... you. Or here. Alright. Oh, you don't work anywhere on this one. Okay, so I can do that, and then you.
That last click is so satisfying.
Oh, hey, dead guy. Maintenance key and a digipick. Okay, looking at everything floating to see if there's anything of interest. Alright. Have I been through this hallway yet? Oh, am I encumbered again? Oh. Hello. I was just here and I didn't see this connected. Now I feel dumb. Ugh. Out of my way, Sarah. Alright, but I am wanting to go through here, I think. That way. Yeah. So now we're back to here where I already was. And here's the computer in question. Oh, and another dead guy. Maintenance key, I already got. Release the artifact. We'll hold off on that for the moment. Prototype drive. Prototype drive. Please be careful whenever running power through the prototype. Secure all loose objects and have researchers empty pockets and remove jewelry, watches, etc. Reminder that the core of the drive contains a specimen that is irreplaceable and all data is under the strictest clearance. Exercise all caution with all research materials and ensure the information does not leave this lab. Access station logs. Doing a recovery. February 12th, 2149.
Never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the grav drive projects. Seems like ancient history now. Only thing we're doing these days is launching weather satellites. Guess this is as good a retirement as any. Now, Project Demeter. You want our help manufacturing scanners to better track these new meteorological patterns we're seeing.
Our guess is that the poles might be naturally shifting, causing some gravitational fluctuations that are throwing off our old models.
Why do you need the scanning tolerances to be so small? What are you trying to find? I just want to be sure. It's not like we're doing much these days anyway. The glory days are over. Why not give ourselves a challenge before they write us off in the history books?
Yeah, I don't buy that. The just want to be sure. Something more is going on. Maybe they're looking for starborn ships. August 21st, 2149. I was expecting to read it out loud and it did not. To Judith Tatian, Victor Isa Lan Su. As requested, the astrophysics research team has done a full analysis of the data you provide us. The measurements of the Earth's magnetosphere show clear signs of fluctuation, often in correlation to the periods of frequent and large gravity wave spikes emanating from the moon. These gravity waves seem to be affecting the magnetic shield provided by the Earth's inner core and may be affecting the core itself given the proximity to the source. The data indicates the change rate is increasing exponentially. As our magnetosphere falters, its ability to protect us from the sun's solar wind falters. Beyond the devastating effect of solar radiation, this will lead to something more dire, the sputtering or stripping away of our atmosphere. This has happened before to Mars, a planet studied since the earliest days of space, to see into Earth's possible future. We are afraid this future may be closer than we ever thought imaginable. Some may view this data as normal. There has been historical fluctuations and polarity changes of the Earth's core, but this is orders of magnitude greater. We see echoes of previous generations' debates over global warming, and we want the science here to be clear. Like waves in the ocean, these gravity waves rise and eventually crash into shore the Earth with devastating consequences. So it was gravity fluctuations being caused by studying grav drives and potentially even sending off grav drives that stripped off Earth's magnetosphere and therefore kill the atmosphere? Maybe?
What I'm seeing, Victor. The data coming back from the satellites is very clear. It's the grav drives.
All those jumps from the moon. At this rate, Earth's atmosphere is going to start sputtering out into space. Can the drives be fixed? I'm working on some designs that should discreetly solve the problem, under the guise of an emergency update to the fueling pumps.
We're talking about the end of Earth, and you're trying to be subtle about it.
Judith, the last thing we need is people losing faith in grav drive technology. That might be our only option.
To what? Are you seriously saying we should abandon Earth?
The timeline is under 50 years. A blink of an eye for a planet, but more than enough time for a human exodus.
And what do we tell people?
We say it's an act of God, one that science has found a solution for. Time for humanity to take its place in the stars.
You knew, didn't you? You lied to me. All this time. I dedicated my life to this discovery, Victor. And you knew we were going to kill off our planet?
You haven't seen the future I've seen. There's an infinite expanse of promise out there. A meteor could hit Earth, a plague, another world war. Colonizing other galaxies secures humanity's future for all coming generations, across all time.
At the expense of our home.
Stop it, both of you. All that matters is building enough ships to get everyone off this planet. And we need to start now. I'll draft up a statement. We'll need to address the entire international community. I'm sorry, Judith.
There isn't a planet in this universe that will be far enough away from you, Victor. We are never speaking again after this is over.
So I notice Victor was talking about infinite expanse of promise, colonizing other galaxies, not other stars in our galaxy. He's talking about colonizing other galaxies. I wonder if Victor was a Starborn or something, if he knew about the Unity and that. It's just his phrasing and how focused he is, and that he seems to know more than anyone else about what's going on. Unsure. That was this one, right?
What I'm seeing, Victor.
Yeah.
The data coming back from the satellites is very clear.
Yep,
My
quiet
name
you.
is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone except one other person. Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time. I met myself. He told me everything that has since come true. The grav drive equations, the tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture, art, music, lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm just a coward who wants to believe his mistakes were justified. But everyone has forgotten about the real origins of the grav drive, this artifact from Mars. I hope you make better use of it than I did.
So he wasn't a Starborn. He spoke to a Starborn version of himself that knew of what the future held. What strikes me as odd is that the Starborn version of him knew that their tests on the moon were going to get rid of the atmosphere, but didn't tell him what to do so that that didn't happen. Because if they knew, apparently they were able to fix whatever that issue was so that current grav drives don't have it. And so if that was possible, why didn't that just get built into the original design so that they didn't wreck the atmosphere? Okay, I don't know where Sarah was that she was talking, but she was quiet. There we go. Gravity's back. Which means now I'm using oxygen. Sarah, where are you? I need to give you more stuff. But I also need to figure out how to get into there. Another advanced lock. Looks like there's good stuff in there. And advanced isn't terrible. That's not going to be used anywhere. That's on the internal one. Okay, so that could go there. This one there. Seems reasonable. And then we have you? Yeah.
Nicely done.
There you are.
If you want help, let's see what you've got.
I need you to carry even more of my gear. Okay, she is slowly getting encumbered.
Get a drink sometime.
More zero wire. It makes sense for there to be a lot of construction materials here. And another safe. This one's expert. I don't know if I want to bother. We do have a bunch of smaller values, which are easier to work with. Like, smaller number of pins. So I use, say, that one and this one? There. And that, and... no. Oh, this one can't be used in... Okay, and I could go with you and you. Perfect. So then this would go here. Yeah, there, and then just one of these singles. There we go. reasonably valuable. Oh, so when it's showing the rounds here, I was assuming it was checking how much I have, but it's actually looking at what's in this container, which is not super valuable. Anyway, 186 damage is not nothing. Where are you? Here. So if we compare you, which I always forget what the button is, V. Okay, no, I still don't have enough rounds to really justify this. It's really slow, low magazine count, just crazy damage. I'm still shocked that the gun I've been using, that I've been sniping enemies with, has a range of 17. I have no idea what it means by that. Because clearly it has a great range. Where was it? That shotgun. Okay, for a second there I thought I hovered over one of these accidentally, and I thought that the shotgun was what was over here when I was seeing that it had a laser sight. It was like a laser sight on a shotgun? Seems pretty good, but probably we'll just sell it anyway. Grab a bunch of that stuff. Okay. How do I get in? Probably from upstairs. I am lost. Okay, we're back here. We go back out here. Oh, gravity off. That's not as simple. I can climb up here. That'll work. Okay. Then we go across through here. Oh. Am I encumbered? I am encumbered already. Oh, because I picked up a gun as well. So it's not just the resources now. Well, I think I did actually pick up some trash. So let's go to all. Sort value to mass. What do I have that I just don't need? That has limited value. Plushies. Ugh. I don't actually need the plushies. I definitely don't need the wire spool or the power cells. Okay, now we're getting to stuff that is somewhat valuable. I don't want to get rid of my action stuff. Antique videotape has some value. Now, need to give more stuff to Sarah wherever she is at. Hopefully she'll show up at some point. Okay, another artifact for me. Artifact Psi.
Constellation, arrived on the surface of Earth. We need to discuss what you found.
And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Okay. Briefly saw an enemy marker on my compass. Hearing gunshots. And I hear Sarah, but don't know where she's hiding, so hopefully she'll show up at some point. when that guy died, there was like a galaxy light show thing. Anyway, Sarah will catch up with me, probably. Hopefully. Missed a bunch of those shots. You're around the wall, aren't you? Yeah. Wish they dropped loot. Oh, hey there.
A lot on your mind? If you have any gear you want me to haul, I'm happy to help.
Yeah, you're a little bit close for comfort, but here's more resources. Oh, you are also maxed out. Fine.
Don't stay away too long.
Let's go to my equipment. Go back to all. Sort our value. What is not valuable? Besides, I want to keep all those. We'll drop these. I assume I can't shoot through this? No. Oh, that's you. Power required. Of course, power is required. Where? Our wires are going over here. Put some power in. There. Are you gonna work now? Good. And then back upstairs a bit more. So the two Starborn that we've talked to that are somewhat friendly are theoretically on our side and wanting to talk again, as opposed to the ones that are just attacking us now that are clearly not our friends. Well, this maintenance key is useful.
Should we find some more?
Definitely find more. Can never be carrying too much clutter. It's just unfortunate that I can't carry it all. When we get close to the ship, then I'll be able to dump it all off. I'm wanting to go that way. I wonder where this will take me. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. So he's in there. Man, my aim is not good. That worked well enough. Not sure why he lit on fire. Is there another one of these guys around? Where you at, Starborn? Oh, I am having some health problems. Okay. Still trying to make it this way. Up there. Certainly don't remember how I got in here, so hopefully I'll make it out easy enough. Need to stop and catch my breath for a bit. Would be nice if there were more fights because I can sort of stand still and just shoot enemies and get my oxygen back. Sadly, there do not seem to be large quantities of enemies around.